Welcome back.
Welcome to 2018.
Not only is it 2018, do you know what episode this is?
No.
It's our 1 year.
Oh, for real?
Uh-huh.
Nah, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't get you anything.
I mean, I didn't really get you nothing either.
Oh.
I made dinner. But,
I mean,
I was off.
I can go make something.
That's, like what?
Like a macaroni card that says, "You're magnificent."
Oh, that's cute.
I just thought of that.
Yeah.
That was good. That's right off the top.
Yeah.
Yeah. Welcome back to Lulu and Pop of 2018. New year. Trying a new little bit of a show. Mm-hmm. Got some things going on that we want to work through.
Yeah, we were gone again for a bit.
We need to stop that. It's not helping anyone.
No, it's not. It's been crazy, though. I mean, I guess we just have to realize that it's going to be crazy, and we just need to make time for us.
Yeah.
But we've been busy.
We have. We've been making moves.
Yeah.
Baby steps. Mm-hmm. I can't complain. What I can complain about is this shitty-ass weather.
Yeah. There is winter, too. And I think that makes me feel like I have less time because the sun sets so early and it's so cold, and I just automatically, I'm like, let's go to sleep.
Yeah, this winter I definitely took my first winter injury and my 30-plus years of living. It was Hubby Down.
Hubby Down!
Yeah, the last snowstorm. I was just, it was the Jersey in me that sent me out there with unlaced snow boots. That just had me believing, like, you know what? It's just fluff.
In your defense, though, that snow was just fluffy, and that what caused your injury was from another element.
Right.
That we couldn't have foreseen.
Yes. So, whenever it snows, we always walk to the post office to get our mail, because it usually slows on days that we don't go to work. Mm-hmm. And we live in Philadelphia, and our mail system is trash here, so we have a cute little postal situation that is equally as trash, but at least our packages don't get stolen there.
No, we just have to fight and argue with them that there's packages there, but that's
just
here nor
another
there.
point.
Yeah.
So we head that way. Usually we go to Sunoco and pick up some snow day snacks. I'm a big fan of the Flaming Hot Cheetos, the Flaming Hot Fries, the Flaming Hot Takis.
So Flaming Hot, etc.
Yeah, there's like, what are they? There's like a certain Dorito that's pretty good. I think it's like jalapeno.
It's the purple package.
Is that no? The purple package is kind of zesty. I don't actually think it's pretty spicy.
Okay.
Sometimes I'll get like a croissant or like a donut, maybe a pretzel or something. And the way our apartment is set up, we walk downhill to the post office. So that should be like the most dangerous part of it. Is especially like in this area of Manioc East Falls, the hills are pretty aggressive.
Yeah.
Like they kind of just like go up. Like it's like a Rocky running montage of hills. We walk down the hill, we're done perfectly fine. And then I saw the icicles. And like certain things in my life, icicles and mushrooms, when I see them, I have to destroy them. I don't know what it is in me that just makes me want to destroy them. Like I just don't want them around. I just don't like it. So the first couple icicles underneath the bridge on, what is that? What street is that?
Midvale.
Underneath the bridge on Midvale by the Rite Aid. Letting people know where we live so they come holler at us.
No, don't. Please don't.
When
we live under the bridge by the Rite Aid. That's how I just took that.
Yeah. There's these giant like icicles. Like ginormous icicles. Like they're so big.
I know, baby.
They're so big and they're just ripe for knocking over.
Yeah.
So I knocked over one and I knocked over two. And then I saw like the mother of all icicles. And I knew in my heart of hearts that I wasn't going to be strong enough to knock over this icicle. Because it was just like, it was thick like a teenager's leg. It was like, it was like a young boy's calf muscle. It was just like, it was just like a solid chunk of ice. And I know you like to tell this story of where you called out to me and warning, don't step there, watch out for the ice. And, you know, I like the way you like to spin it. Like, you like to tell me that I did, like, you were like, there's ice there, you're going to hurt yourself. And then I walk on this ice and I fall. That is not what I heard.
Okay.
I heard, that ice looks really, That's what happened. It was me stepping on the ice as you were mentioning how slippery the ice looked. And then the whole world just moved in slow motion.
Hubby went down.
Hubby down. Hubby down. And it was bad, man. It was bad. And that's when I just, like, realized, like, you know, I love you so much. But there was times I wish you had the strength of a man. There are certain circumstances.
What if I had I was trying to, like, go through my head, because, like, we're not calling an ambulance, because those things are expensive.
Yeah.
So, in my head, I'm like, what if I just, you know how, like, for Uber, you can see the picture of the driver?
Yeah.
What if I just kept waiting till I got, like, an Uber driver that looked strong enough to, like, come help you up?
Well, so what happened when I went down? First, I resisted the going down. That was mistake number one. Mm-hmm. When you're going on ice, just go with the flow. Just let your whole body go with wherever it's going. You don't want to fight it, because that's when the ankle went kick, and I went down. Down hard. Like, bad.
Yeah.
Yes. And the lovely couple across the street with the Great Dane. Did I already tell the story on this yet, or no?
No, we haven't podcasted in a while.
I feel like I told the story somewhere.
You did, but not here.
Okay, cool. Hopefully our listeners don't double dip, which you should be. You should be double dipping all the dips.
You should.
You, like, bite the edge off the chip and then turn it around.
Yeah, at least have some respect.
Yeah. Or if it's like 3 corners, I think that's 3 opportunities to dip.
You told my sister the other day not to double dip.
I was just messing with her because I know she's, like, a known backwasher.
Yeah, sure is. Some things you just carry on with you from childhood.
Yeah, she'll never let that go. I wasn't even around. When I met her, she was a grown-ass adult with twins. She was a mom. I never met, like, single, non-mom Melissa. Mm-hmm. I've always met Mom Melissa. So, and to me, she's still a backwasher. The stories just hold true. And I think her kids are backwashers, too. It's just...
I'm sure that... I feel like all kids are. I feel like kids don't have respect for that.
So, as I'm laying there, and this couple, like, they see me across the street, they're like, oh my God, are you okay? And immediately my pride is like, I am fine. Keep it pushing, motherfucker.
Well, that's why I was trying to be like, he's good, because I knew. I knew that you didn't want no one to come over.
Right, yeah. So,
especially some people with a Great Dane and a jacket.
And he was smaller than me, so if he would have helped me up, I would have felt inferior.
Yeah.
And then I'm just sitting there, and then I'm thinking for a second, like, the pain was so sharp, and I was literally unsure if I could stand.
Yeah.
And I was just sitting there, and I was just like, all right, well, maybe just, like, let me just try to stand. And at that point, you were just staring over me. And you were like, I wish I could help you. But there is just nothing I can do here.
There is nothing I could. I'd call someone. I guess our friends live down the street. Maybe I could get...
yeah. I mean, I would have politely have loved to have Mike help me up. Because it was bad. Actually, should have probably went to his house. Instead of going all the way home.
Well, the other thing was it was snowing so bad at this point, like... For me to go get the car in the middle of a snowstorm, like it wasn't like a thing to be like, oh, let me go grab the car real quick. It was like,
back in hindsight, we totally should have went to Mike's house. Yeah. Instead, what we did was I got to my feet and I was taking the death's door stutter steps. Like it took it was just like it was like I only had one leg. Like I was only taking one step at a time, and we had to go up a pretty high flight of steps.
Yeah, it's like 2 flights of steps, more like it.
Yeah. And I'm like wobbling up those, and then we go across this street. We walk like a whole block, and I'm just like wobbling.
It was a long walk.
And then we had to walk up the hill, and I am just wobbling with like these boots on that are steel-toed and untied still, because I'm just like, I can't tie it on now because my foot's like swollen up like a grapefruit.
The best part about that was like we finally made it to our like the front of our house, and you were like, "Wait, I want to clean off the cars," and I was like, "Can you not? Can we just go upstairs?"
Well, I mean, at that point, I felt like I done went through all of the journey. The husband instinct crept in, and I was like, "What I don't want is to wobble out here tomorrow and deal with frozen ice on a bad foot."
Yeah.
Like, trying to clean a car when the ice is frozen and your foot's fucked is bad. Like, it would be so much easier to get it now while it's super soft and I can just, like, brush it off. And then to come out tomorrow, because sometimes when that layer freezes over, it gets really tough. You really got to crack it in there and, like, really lay in. I didn't have that.
True.
So I cleaned off both cars. And then I wobbled up. Truth be told, I was also really tired. Like, going up that hill and those steps, I was, like, exhausted. And I didn't want to just go right up because we have 3 flights of steps up to our apartment.
Yeah, it's a long walk up.
So I was just like, let me just, like, get a breather, because brushing off a car doesn't really require much action. And I can kind of catch my breath and shit. And, like, you know, the cold kind of helped the foot a little bit because it didn't hurt as much. And we got up here, and the foot was fucked up, man. Shit was bad. Like, it was, like, it wasn't too bad. Like, there was, like, bruising, and it was swelling.
It was a bad sprain.
It was a really bad sprain. To the point where it's, like, that was 2 weeks ago, and it still hurts.
Yeah.
Like, I'm still not 100%. I like to think right now I'm about, like, a 95. You know? The most annoying part, though, is that I go to work, and I have this dude that I kind of work with a lot, and he was like, "How was your weekend?" And I'm like, hobbling around. And I'm like, I didn't tell anyone I hurt my leg, but I always tell him things. I'm like, I really fucked up my leg. And he was like, oh. And then, like, 3 days later, like, I'm, like, hobbling around some more. And there's, like, a meeting or something we had to go to. And, like, they, like, had to get me, like, a chair because there was no more chairs. And I was, like, posted up against a wall because I was just trying to, like, get off my leg.
Not have your weight on it, yeah.
Yeah. And so, like, one of my bosses gets me this chair, and I'm sitting in this thing, and the dude's right there, and he's like, "Oh my God, what's wrong?" And I was like, "I hurt my leg." And he was like, "You hurt your leg?" And I was like, "Yeah, motherfucker."
I told you.
Like, I told you I hurt my leg. Like, you're the only person I really told her I hurt my leg, because everyone else just saw me wobbling about. And if they asked me, I would be like, "Yeah, I hurt my shit," but I'm not just going to go around volunteering weakness.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I hear you.
So now I just hobble about, you know, and
You're doing way better, though.
I look at young whippersnappers as they dance around and they moonwalk and they're skipping and running, and I'm just like, I remember the days when I was young and youthful and spry, and now I'm just shuffling about, you know, in Target looking at, like, mangoes and shit, you know, in the toy section, like, what is this old cripple guy doing here?
Oh, you're fine. You're getting better. You're on the med.
I'm on the up and up.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. How was your week? Or 2 weeks, or in general?
In general?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess, yeah, because it's been, I want to say, since, like, right before Christmas, so we made it through, like, Christmas and New Year's and lots of family get-togethers. And the one thing I wanted to bring up after going through all of this, being a 30-plus person, and I've actually, a lot of people that have come through our house lately have talked about things kind of, once you turn 30, it's like you get asked these same freaking questions over and over, depending on where you are. Like, oh, when are you getting married? When are you going to meet someone? For us right now, the big one is, when are you going to have a baby? Literally, everyone has asked us multiple times.
I don't feel any type of way. How does that make you feel?
I guess you don't get cornered as much.
Probably not from people, like, my dad asked me a lot. You know who always talks about it is, like, Sean. Sean's always like, when is it your turn, big man? And I'm like, don't be wishing your trials and tribulations on me, bro. Like, we got a good thing going on right here.
It's funny, though, because, like, and then when I tell people, like, why we haven't had, you know, there are reasons, and they're always like, well, things don't always happen the way you want. But I'm like, but I'm trying to do that. Like, I'm trying to have things happen, you know what I mean? Like, didn't want to have a baby when we weren't married. I wanted to be married first.
I mean, I could have went either way.
I know you could go either way.
Yeah. I just show up to the event.
And I was telling someone the other day, they were like, well, why haven't you had one yet? I'm like, well, we're saving for a house right now. And they're like, we don't need to have a house to have a baby. I'm like, yeah, but y'all were shoved in that apartment with all your babies. And I know that sucked for you.
I know who you're talking about.
Why not get the house first?
Yeah.
We're close.
Yeah, we're pretty close.
And I have no shade. If you had a million babies before you turn 30, cool, that's fine. You do what you want to do.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. It just seemed, I guess because we've been married now a year, so people are, getting more oh, when is it happening?
Well, and we're not young.
We're not young, but we're not old.
We're in that middle ground of, youthful oldness. We're, the senior class.
Yeah.
Of, I would say we're definitely, the senior class of, youth.
Yeah, I mean, you're a little older than me.
Oh, chill out. Chill out. You'll be acting like I was born in the 70s.
Yeah.
A little older than you, sure. We were still in high school around the same time.
Yeah, you were a senior. I was a freshman.
Yeah, that's not... It wasn't like I was a senior and you were in, the 8th grade or the 7th grade.
Yeah.
You're still... We're old enough that our cultural references work.
Yeah. No, I get it. But it's just
we're definitely on the fringes, though.
It's, I guess, because of, the generational thing. I don't know. It's not even... I guess the group of people that we choose to surround ourselves with, not... because family, it's, someone that you're around with because it's your family.
Right.
But, friends are the people you pick.
Yeah.
And we have different expectations and different conversations, and it's never, when are you doing this or this? It's more of what is going on with you right now.
Well, none of our friends have kids. But we're also the oldest of our friends. Mm. So I think we are an anomaly, in a way. Because we are in the 30s and we don't have any kids. But we are married. And there's I guess if someone was looking from the outside in, there's not a good reason as to why not.
Mm-hmm. But the fact that, it just... I understand it, but I'm why does it need to be a thing? Why does it need to be something brought up?
Plus, because they have kids.
Yeah.
Because you know who doesn't ask us? You know who doesn't talk to us about kids? People who don't have kids.
True.
Because they don't they're just yeah,
so true.
life is beautiful.
And party. Never asked. She's what are you drinking tonight?
But people who have kids, I just kind of feel low key. I feel kids are draining. And I feel it's one of those, I feel kids is a lot like exercise. When you're doing it, it sucks. Mm-hmm. But then you, look at the results and be damn. When you see a little dude or your little gal and she's at, a rehearsal or he's playing soccer and he wins and you're yo, that came out of me. That's what's up. But when you're fighting them over, to eat their vegetables... And they're just doing weird shit that you can't control. It's just kind of well, this blows. I just feel people who have kids, not to show people with kids, but people who have kids want you to suffer they're suffering.
I do feel that though.
Raising their kids.
I feel a lot of times they're oh, just you wait. When you have yours, you're gonna be going through this bullshit too. And I'm
don't why would you invite me to that wagon?
Why would you?
Yeah, you're little, everyone's so cute and they're so adorable, but you know what else is adorable? Just going on vacation whenever we feel like it.
That's true.
That's nice.
That's true.
We don't even got pets.
No.
It's an empty-ass house, dog.
When we have a yard, we'll get a dog.
What?
I feel when we have a yard, we'll get a dog. Because then I don't gotta pick up poop.
Let me tell you something.
Let me tell you something.
When this podcast network takes off and we're in the gimlet department and we're working on television shows and optioning things and things are moving and you don't have to worry about health insurance because I know that's a big fear of yours. We're getting a fucking hairless cat.
Oh, God.
Because I love cats. They are good pets. They're good pets. We're going to get a pet. We're going to get a cat that you're not allergic to. But I'm going to go through a very strenuous vetting process of that cat. Because if I pay $1,200 for a goddamn animal, that animal's gonna like me.
Well, but you're in a kitten, right? You're in a baby. I would assume.
Yeah, but kittens are cats too. Like, they all have personality.
That's true.
So I gotta get with a cat who's like, there's something about you that I like.
It's a chill. I feel like you need a chill cat.
I'm gonna be like, dog, I would rather have a cat who's like, if I pay $1,200, give me a little bit of a doggy personality.
In my head, this vetting process will be you bringing, because this is a future.
Yeah.
So you will bring over your Blu-ray Black Panther, and you will put it on and watch the cat and see if the cat's into it.
No, the vetting process will work like this. I will walk over.
You'll bring over some Red Hot Cheetos, put one on the ground, see if the cat goes over and licks it into it, and you're like, eh.
No. It will go like this. Like, I will walk up to the cat, and I'll just put my hand out. Like, back of the hand, just like this. And if you can't see me right now, what it is the hand's extended, the fingers are down, and it's almost like I want you to kiss the palms. Not the palms, like the hands.
Yeah.
Like
the mafia thing.
Mon chéri.
Yeah.
You know. I do that. And the cat usually comes up, and they're hesitant. And what I want from that cat is a sniff, 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 and then some head rubbing.
Okay.
Because the head rubbing's a good sign. That means that they want their smell on you. It's kind of like, I like you.
Those cats are so ugly.
And then they lick. Okay, so after I get like the head rubbing, I want the licking, right? And then I want to sit, and then the cat has to jump on my lap, and then let me pet it till it goes to sleep. That's what I want. Like, that's the ultimate bonding process, and I will be like, okay, this is the cat for me. Take my credit card. Yes, it's Black Panther. Is there a problem here? It's a Black Panther Black Amex. I work really hard for it. I had it customized. Swipe this motherfucker. This cat's coming with me, and I'm naming it whatever the hell I want because you got to name the dog.
I get to name the dog?
Sure, because you're going to give it like a person's name, and then when it dies, you're going to be all heartbroken. But you know when like your dog is named like Rubber and they die, it doesn't hurt as much when your dog is named Alex.
You know what? Either way, it's going to be traumatic for me.
It's going to be traumatic, but it's way less traumatic.
Even this cat that I hate, I'm going to be so sad when it dies. I'm going to hate it, but I'm still going to bring it home treats and toys. A little coat. It's going to need clothes because it's got no fucking fur. And I'm going to feel bad because I'm like, it's my fault you have no fur because I'm allergic.
What if you get like a whole fursuit?
I'll get a little like Ewoks looking motherfucking suit.
Yeah, it's like a whole cat suit, like a LL Bean cat jumper.
Then it'll probably be cute at least. I'll dress him like a kid, like a fur cat, so at least he's cute.
I don't care if he's cute.
I do.
I like their personalities. I like that they're not dogs. I think dogs are easy. I like that with a cat. You can leave a cat alone for a long period of time, and they won't die. I like that they get jealous. I think that's hilarious. That means they care.
They also got those sharp-ass claws.
Yeah, that's why you gotta vet the cat.
Make sure your cat's not a dick.
Right, because if you go to the pound, you just pick up a cat. That cat's like, whatever, dude. Like, I'm not in here with you. You're in here with me. I run this house. Fur runs this house, baby. Paws, baby. Kitty paws all day, dog. And that's what it's about. So, I mean, people will get over it. And then when we're balling with our hairless cats. And
hairless cat in an actual cat suit so people don't know it's a hairless cat.
I want it to be hairless. I think they're kind of cool looking.
I think they'll get cold, though. I think it will need clothes at some point.
I wonder what if we got the ones that aren't hairless, but their hair is just really, 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 really small? It's like a buzz cut cat. Like, he walks around with, like, views that may not be shared by, like, the popular, like, majority.
Rub it on my pillow and see what happens when I go to sleep. If I wake up with my eyes swollen shut. Then we'll know, like, you can't fuck with none of these cats.
No, because, like, there's hairless ones and there's, like, those other ones. Because they have, like, hypoallergenic cat.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're all just, like, expensive. And if I'm paying, like, the price of, like, I don't know, a used Pinto for an animal, I want that animal to not only love me, but, like, be kind of low-key grateful that I'm providing premium catnip and head rubs.
Okay.
If I'm having a rough day, I want the cat to come in and be like, hey, man, you okay? Let me just sit on your lap and calm you down. That's what I want.
Okay.
All right. I'm glad
That's
you're on
fine.
board with it. That's great. So, let's take a quick break, and we'll come back. And we're back.
What's that?
So, what... We never came up with a name for this segment. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, that makes me so stressed out. You know, like being timed. He'll keep going and going and
No,
going.
it stops after a while. It does it twice, and then Alex Trebek is like, well, that's not the answer.
Do you know the answer?
The answer to the question?
Yeah.
I had some ideas, but you didn't seem jazzed about it when we were brainstorming about this.
What was the one that stuck out the most to you?
Shit, now I can't remember
No, I
it.
can't either.
Wasn't the Weekly Minute. I don't know. Oh, it was something like, it was like, news that bothered, something, I don't know. Let's just come up with something catchy for the moment, and then we can rename it later. Let's call it, Time for the Tea.
Time for the tea. Okay,
That's cool.
that works.
Yeah, because you have some tea somewhere. Is the tea water on? I feel like I hear something, or is that just the heat?
That's just the heat, but I usually do have tea water on if you're in this
Alright.
house.
All right, cool. So now it's time for the tea. And what happens with tea is we talk about things that's going on in the world. Mm-hmm. You pick one, I pick one. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you might pick two.
Oh.
Depends on how much time we got. And we talk about it. We dissect it and we dive deep into it. Do you want to go first or do you want me to go first?
I'll go first. I already
ahead.
know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
So there's there's
Wait. Not to cut you off. You're so adorable.
Thank you.
All right, go ahead.
Distracting me.
Can you hand me my chapstick? Yes.
So there's so much to pick up from. But what I ended up deciding on for this week just happened on Saturday. And it's all over the news right now, but it kind of... Not that it affected me. It was the missile thing with Hawaii.
I am so glad you're talking about this because I got so frustrated with some dickheads at work today. I will let you go first and then I will chime in.
So in case you live somewhere where you never know about the news, what happened this Saturday morning, everyone in Hawaii got a text message that said, ballistic missile threat inbound to Hawaii. Seek immediate shelter. This is not a drill. For 38 minutes, people thought they were going to die. All of Hawaii. What a lot of people might not know is that I have an aunt in Hawaii that I'm really close with.
Yes, Aunt Party.
Aunt Party. She was on her way to the grocery store, and she didn't get the text message, but her boyfriend called her and basically told her what was going on and to keep going and go to the food store because it's a safer place than their house. So there was a moment where she thought she would never see her partner
Right.
again. And she went to the food store, and she afterward I was texting with her, and she said she was so mad that she was going to die in a food store.
Yeah, I mean,
like,
who wants to die in a food store?
And then just a side note, she did, because then I texted with her about it the next day, and I was saying, like, that must have been so scary. And she said she didn't really freak out, but she wouldn't be surprised because of our president right now.
Right.
And then she sent me a picture of the sunrise, and she said the sun did rise this morning.
That's so nice.
Right?
That's something to think about. So at work, these these idiots were talking about it, and they were like, oh, I think that it was the government that did it to get all the data to see how people would react. And I was like, are you fucking stupid? Are you fucking stupid? Do you think the government just, like, purposely sent out a nuclear incoming, not a missile strike purposely to see how people would react? Are you fucking stupid? Do you know what people would do? Like, you don't know what people would do. It's not just like, oh, how many people are going to go on Amazon and search things, or people will do some horrific shit. There's a lot of people who are afraid of the end of the world, and they don't want to deal with the nuclear shit, and they will kill themselves and their families if they think some shit's really going to pop off. You know, there's just so many different levels of what people would do underneath a real circumstance like that, because they've seen what life could be if shit gets really, really rough. Who knows exactly what someone's going to do? So to think that, like, the government actually sent this message out purposely for data is retarded.
Yeah, that is.
And then as I told him this, and I was like, yeah, I have an aunt who was in Hawaii, and the shit fucked her up. She was in a grocery store hiding out for hours, and she thought she was going to die because it took a while to get the information. Then they're just like, oh, levelly of it. But they're still like, I still think they just got a bunch of data from it. And I was like, what do you think they're doing with this fucking data? What do you think they're selling it to Facebook to find out how to make better ads? Like, what data are you talking about? Seeing how people interact? We've done bomb drills before. This shit isn't new. It's new to you fuckers because you don't know nothing about getting under your desk. But that's what, like, it's not uncommon.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's just fucking annoying. And it's like that LOL culture that pisses me off, that when shit gets real, it's not for the laughs no more.
No.
You know, like, not everything is fucking funny.
No.
You know what I mean? And when you think about, like, when you really think about dying, and not like dying peacefully, like, I had a great life, and, like, my grandkids are here, and I'm in this hospital, I'm 90. No, I'm talking about being violently blown up while you're sitting in your car listening to the fucking Foo Fighters. Like, it's not nothing to really joke about.
No, like, when I was, like, reading, there's just, like, there's a senator, I think he was a senator in Hawaii.
Yeah.
They, like, spoke to him over the phone, and he was saying how when it happened, he had to take his kids in the bathtub with him. You could hear him on the phone, and he's just, like, you could tell he's, like, crying. Because he's like, I had to tell my kids where the emergency rations are in case I didn't make it. And they, like, people had horrific conversations. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, like, this one person said that they wake up every night now crying because they don't know how to protect their kids. Like, they've realized now there's nothing they could do.
No. And you know what's really fucked up is, like, that was just an incident for us, but there are countries where their children have grown up through this with, they don't know if they go to sleep at night, if they're going to wake up the next day because there are so many missile strikes. But yet we're so, like, fucking pro-military and pro-blow them up. Who are we blowing up? It doesn't fucking matter. We're blowing them up. You know? So it's frustrating and it's sad. And it's just like, if, like, a missile was to touch down in Philadelphia, and depending on the caliber of that missile, like, we'd be fucked. Yeah. And there's not a lot you could really do but just be like, hope you get lucky. You know?
And it's like,
hope that the building you're in, like, doesn't fall on you. And then afterwards you can survive with your skills. But initially you gotta, like, you can be trained all in the world. If a missile fucking, like, touches down on a highway and you're in a car, you're fucking dead. You know what I mean?
And it's like a lot of people were saying too, like, because they had, like in your head you're like, oh my god, how long does it take a missile to get here? Like, I have 15 minutes to get to my family? Because it's like, I don't want to die out here by myself with all these strangers.
Right.
So it's like, because, like, to me, being lucky would be like, oh, getting home to you, so at least I could die with you.
Right.
So, you know, we don't have to go on that, like, ghost search for each other. We're already...
Ghost search.
Yeah, we're already together, so we can hang out.
I did think that there's probably going to be a romantic comedy made about this situation. And I thought it would be kind of cool if it was, like, in a grocery store. And a couple emerged from this incident where they bonded over the circumstance of a false, like, assumption of death. I could see it being an indie darling.
I did, too, read today, just to sum it up, that the person that was responsible for it basically he had 2 options. Let's say he had like blue or red and he hit the wrong button. They reassigned him to a different job.
Oh, he wasn't fired?
He did not get fired.
No. I wonder what he looked like.
Just think about all the things you've seen people get fired for, and I'm like...
That's why I'm just like, I wonder. Like, I wonder if it was his name, like, Tyrone? Or, like, you know,
Biff.
Caesar? Or, you know, was it, you know, Khaled?
I would... Honestly, if I made that... I would quit. I'd be like...
I wouldn't feel great.
Yeah,
And if he was dating anyone, I hope they broke up with him. I hope they left him.
I wonder how known it is who did it, because I would be like, don't you tell anyone.
Mm.
You take that to the grave.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I bet you, I wonder if we can find his face. Find him on Facebook.
He's been named.
Yeah. But how is there no fail-safes? Like, for it to be an accident?
They changed it now.
Oh.
2 people have to do something now.
So just one dude did it, and he just wasn't paying attention. He's like, I gotta get the fuck up out of here.
I don't know if he did it and then walked away, and that's why no one realized for a while.
Do you think he probably did? Do you think he did it for the funnies? Do you think he thought it was a joke? I don't know. Oh, I just want to punch him.
Yeah.
If he's not sincere, I want to punch him, but not like one of those movie punches. You know, where you punch a guy and everyone was like, ah, and then he like falls into like punch or like a tray full of food. I want to get him that gut punch, that fucking real shit, where you hit him and you just connect with an uppercut in the lower abdomen. You push his stomach into his ribs. You know, he loses his breath and he gags a little bit. Then he throws up on your arm. That's what I want.
Yeah.
So he crumbles into like a former shell of a man. Hope his girl's there too. I love you, but I'll make out with her just to spite him.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, I get it.
And then I'll be like, peasant, and walk away.
Take me out to dinner. Okay.
In lighter news, I want to talk about Black Panther showing the fuck up. Holy shit. So this week, last week, Black Panther ticket sales went on pre-order. Mm-hmm. He was very adamant about getting our tickets. Like, I always knew I was going to get a Black Panther ticket. Uh-huh. You know what I mean? It wasn't like the pre-order was like, I'll get on the pre-order, whatever. Like, I was like, I know I'm getting a Black Panther ticket. But you were like, no, dude, the tickets just went on sale an hour ago. We need to get on there. And it wasn't working. Both movie theaters by us was showing us their full ass. And I was like, all right, well, I'll just get them later. The following day at like 10:50, you messaged me on the Slack and you're like, order these tickets right now. They're going fast. And I'm like, oh shit. So I'm like hopping there and we got 7 o'clock tickets on a Thursday. I'm taking off.
I took off Friday.
I'm taking off Thursday and Friday.
That's cool.
Yeah. Actually, I probably won't take off Thursday because the temptation to see it before you would be too strong. Mm-hmm. And after doing that with Star Wars-ish, I kind of won't ever do that again. Mm. You know. It's kind of like, eh.
Okay.
So, Black Panther sold out in its first 24 hours. It sold more tickets than any, I guess, Marvel MCU film. And I was trying to figure out how many tickets it sold. And I think it was like $85 million in pre-sales.
Damn.
I want to say. It was like 85, or I want to say it was around 80.
I want to say, at least around here, most of the Thursday showings are sold out. Yeah. Friday's probably pretty booked up, too.
I feel like Friday is pretty booked up. And it wasn't like these tickets went on sale like way in advance. Like, they went on sale like... I mean, the movie comes out in, what, like 3 weeks?
They had... I remember because I was paranoid, and I kind of wanted to get the tickets ASAP.
Right.
So I would go on certain websites and, like, see what pre-sale tickets they had on, and they had that fucking 50 Shades of Grey shit pre-sale way before Black Panther, and I was like, why?
Nobody wants 50 Shades of bullshit.
Nobody wants that.
Have you ever seen one of those movies?
Never.
Okay, me neither. So it's looking like... I just saw some rough numbers. Yeah, it looks like it'd be 80 to 85 million in just pre-sales.
That movie's gonna break records.
I mean, I'm seeing it that Thursday. I tried to see it. Those tickets for that event sold out.
Damn.
I should have just got them. I was just slacking on my pimping. It's all good. I don't blame you. Not in public, at least. Not out loud. Oof. And in my heart, when I'm staring at my Black Panther statue that you bought me for Christmas.
Wearing the Black Panther t-shirt I bought you.
Yeah.
Wearing your Black Panther chapstick that I bought you.
Yeah, and I'm just like counting the money in my Black Panther wallet. I'm just really figuring out like what's important.
All those things I gave to you too.
And I'm like, man, I just wish she would have just made up her mind a little bit sooner. So I
she don't appreciate me.
She don't even understand the unity. Like, what's going to really fuck me up, though, is if I don't like this movie. Like, I'm trying to lower my expectations. Like, I know it's not going to be the best movie I've ever seen. I think it will be the most excited for a film I've ever been.
More excited. Like, how excited were you for The Force Awakens?
Not that excited.
Really?
I was excited, but not that excited, because I knew for a fact Finn wasn't going to be a Jedi. Like, I knew that up and down. Like, I was like, there's no way this Negro is going to be, like, Jedi. I was hoping for it. But I just kind of knew it wasn't in his cards. You know? And then I had seen, like, a bunch of stuff saying, like, all these action figures about Rey and how she was going to be the Jedi. And I was like, but truth be told, before then, I wasn't a big Star Wars fan. Like, I saw all the prequels, but it wasn't like, no, the first one I did catch a bus from school to watch. But I wasn't, like, hardcore. Like, I didn't see them multiple times. You know what I mean? Like, if you would have asked me back before the Matrix trilogy came out, if it was like, what was better, Star Wars or The Matrix, I'd have been like, yo, The Matrix is way better. The Matrix is the shit. Are you kidding me? Fucking, you know, you're the one. It's not a spoon type shit. You know what I mean? Then The Matrix shit the bed. Those final two films were not great.
I only saw the first one.
Oh, yeah, well, the second one had a really cool chase scene, but it wasn't very satisfying. And the third one, everybody was like, what the fuck is this?
I heard bad things.
The third one was really bad. The second one wasn't awful, but the third one was, like, the worst. Yeah. So with this one, I'm just kind of, like, I know it's going to be my favorite film, but I don't know if it will be my best. I don't know if it'll be the best film I've ever seen. You know what I mean? Like, because there's a difference between your favorite film and the best film you've ever seen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The best film you've ever seen, you may not like it. You don't have to like the best film you've ever seen. But you know there's dialogue, there's a connection, there's a story. It's shot really well. There's a bunch of shit involved in it that make you go like, this is the best movie I've ever seen. You know what I mean? Of course there has to have some elements of it where you're like, enjoy it enough, but it doesn't have to be like Purple Rain, you know, where it's like a bad film, but it's amazing. Like, yeah, and it connects with you. And if people are like, yo, what's your favorite film? I'm like, yo, Purple Rain is up there. That movie's horrible. It is not good.
We had a whole Purple Rain party.
We sure as hell did.
We drank from the Lake of Minnetonka. What was our drink?
The Lake Minnetonka.
Yeah.
Baptize yourself to the water, Lake Minnetonka.
Yeah.
I destroyed my mom's VHS tape pausing that to see Apollonia's boobies.
Oh my goodness.
I'm not even a boob man. But I'm like, yo, if Prince is going nuts for him.
You bought her the DVD years later out of guilt.
Yeah. Yeah. And I bought her a Prince book this Christmas too.
We gave her the Prince candle last year.
You gave her the Prince candle. That was all you.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, it was from us.
I know, but it was your fine. It wasn't my fine. Yeah. And so that's it. So I'm looking forward to Black Panther. I know it's going to be, even if I don't like it, which I don't imagine how, I don't know.
I mean, at least the trailers look really good.
Yeah.
So
I look forward to all the think pieces that, like, not only white people are going to write, but black people are going to write. Because all those Hotep dudes are probably going to be going ham. So we'll see how that irons out for everyone in the future. And yeah, that's it for me.
All right, so see you here next week.
Oh,
we'll have to do one before you leave.
Yeah. Or we can do it over the phone.
True. True.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I guess I will see you next week. I don't want to go. It sucks. I guess it pays well. It pays adequately. I think that's a good term.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pays the bills.
Pays the bills, because I think pays well would be different.
Yeah.
Yeah. It does. Pays well. It does pay well. It pays well. Not great.
Because we work jobs that don't pay well.
Yes. That were demanding.
Yep.
So, all right. Well, I guess until next week, and we promise it will be next week.
Yeah, pinky square.
When was the last time we uploaded an episode? Was it a month ago?
I think it was the Christmas episode.
Oh, yeah,
So,
no, because we had a couple.
Ago.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. Yeah,
Christmas.
and if they sign up for the Patreon, which you probably just heard the ad for, you can get us more regularly because we do Lulu and Pop's Netflix and Chill, and we have a great one that we're going to do next. What's the name of this fucking movie?
Unleashed.
Unleashed. We're going to watch Unleashed, and I came in and Lauren was watching it, and I thought it was super funny, and it has that girl, and I'm going to talk so much about that girl.
Her big ass eyes.
I know, she's so weird looking. But I think she's kind of adorable, just like pugs. You know? Like, pugs aren't cute dogs, but they're super cute.
No.
You know? I feel like she's super cute and adorable. You know, she might be like an asshole in real life. She's just like spitting on orphans.
Damn.
And then it's like peeling off on fucking puppies and shit. But who knows? Like, I mean, she looks like a fairly nice person. Like, she has a great personality and shit. Who am I to say? Who am I to judge? Mm-hmm. I'm Mark Randall III.
Is that your full name?
Yeah. Oh. No. Whatever. Don't put me on the spot. Say goodbye, Lauren.
Goodbye.